Woo-wee. It's really windy.
Yeah, it's not fucking around.
Really, really windy. But we're in the tent. As you can see, well, maybe you can't see. You will be able to see when there's a gust. It properly pushes against the side of the tent. That's not Ben leaning on it, that's just the wind. This side's okay. There's our snack sack. There's sleeping bags. The pitch itself is awesome. Kinda. I mean, like, awesome in the way that where it is looking over a tarn in between a valley of two mountains on a summit of something seated. I can't remember the name of it.
Seat saddle, I think.
Seat saddle. There you go. So that in itself is really awesome. The way that we have potentially angled the tent is not the best against the wind. Look. Wow. Whoa.
That's going somewhere that far, isn't it?
Jeez Louise. This will be a test. This will be a test of how four season the tent is.
I'm gonna hide behind the tent and speak to you quick. That's how windy it is right now. I think Megan just mentioned it, but yeah, it's 50-60 mile an hour gusts. It's nuts at the moment. Well, I probably look crazy. Just been obviously having to try and get the tent up in the wind. It's been brutal, absolutely brutal. We really need to kind of rotate the tent very slightly to get the tail of it, or either of these sort of tail ends, more directly into the headwind, but the wind keeps shifting around a bit, which makes that, you know, slightly impossible. It's looked really sturdy so far. This is the Terra Nova Southern Cross 2, but the center pole, so the blue pole that runs through the middle of it up here, has been flexing like crazy, like actually twisting on itself, which is fine as long as it is actually fine. But so far so good. I mean, we've got everything in there and we're not dead. Awesome pitch though that we're in. Can't probably see too much of it, but we're right on the edge here and it just drops away straight down. There's a tarn way up below us and the summit is just up this way. Anyway, alright, I'll update you with more as we know and discover what's going to happen. Hi. I'm getting tired.
It's 8:15, just
yeah, it is. It actually is 8:15. It's 8:15 and feeling tired. Just, yeah, don't know what to say to you. It's part of winter in wild camping, is it's long darkness periods, and you spend a lot of time in the tent, and sometimes it's nice to just use that to get a load of sleep. So I'm thinking of heading to the world of naps in the not too distant future. The wind's kind of picked up again. It's actually just lulled. It's gusting heavily. I managed to get signal for a really short period. Is yours working now?
I'm trying to load the weather.
I managed to load mountain weather, and at the moment we're looking at, we had a little lull period for about an hour where it wasn't too bad, but we're looking at 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts until 4 o'clock in the morning. And it says the wind's going to change direction from east, southeast to east, but I'm not sure if that's going to really impact us much in a positive way anyway. It could make it worse actually, given the position of the tent. So we'll find out. I might put earplugs in and just go for it. I've checked the pitch of the tent. Everything's pretty tall. We're not going anywhere. You know, it'll flap around and what have you. But I'm going to trust in Terra Nova having made a good tent, and hopefully they have, and it doesn't collapse on us in the night. But it'll be a good test of it. And yeah, if we come out on the other side and nothing's wrong with the tent, then I'll definitely feel better about the tent itself, because it's still early doors with it. So obviously camping on the side of a Lake District mountain in 60 mile an hour winds is a good way to know if you like something or not.
It's a good way to test its durability.
Yeah. Look at Megan's hair.
So what's going on with the static?
Can you guys see that?
I can like slightly put it away and it sort of stays there.
That's insane. There's so much static happening. There's just crazy
As long as this doesn't mean there's some kind of electrical storm about to happen, then I'm fine. But that's a little bit nuts, isn't it?
Anyway, I got one of the little iPhone Lightning memory card readers, and they are rip-off price. If you need to get the Apple branded one, because otherwise they just don't work. If you get the other ones, the knockoff ones, it might work, and then as soon as you update your software, it'll stop working. It's super annoying. So you get like the £5 ones on Amazon, and it's just not worth it. You get the Apple one, it's like £42 or something ridiculous, obviously, but it works perfectly, and it is so helpful if you do outdoors photography. But in general, if you do photography, or I mean, I don't know why else you'd need it as much, but I guess there's loads of purposes for it. But for photography, it's really helpful, and videography, you can just, wherever you are, straight away pop a memory card out of GoPro cameras. I mean, it's SD, and you can therefore, you know, use micro SD in there as well with an adapter. Oh well, apparently I've lost it as well, so that's fun. I know it's here. I had it a minute ago.
Be in a tent somewhere.
I was just copying some images, but yeah, you can use it and just copy all the images. Once you plug it in, it will bring up all of the images on the memory card and let you select the ones you want to import, images or video, and then it'll import them straight into your library. And then you can obviously from there sort through stuff, which is really handy, but you can also put stuff straight into, depending on what you like to use. But I just got Adobe Rush on the phone, which is really cool because I love using the Adobe suite, and I've started to gradually learn. Megan's much more advanced than me on almost all of it, but phones these days, you can do some crazy stuff. Check the wind out. Check that out. I guess you can hear that, right? I mean, I guess you can hear that. I'm assuming that's coming out. It's crazy. It's picking up again heavily. And I hope it doesn't get more than 60 mile an hour, because that's going to start getting brutal. I mean, it already is pretty brutal. What was I talking about? Editing on phones, yeah, I mean, it's really handy, and it gives you so many options to be able to mess about with images themselves, Lightroom and other stuff. And now obviously with videos, Adobe Rush, I've started playing around in there, and it looks really good for editing videos. Like, you could edit a full video on the fly quite easily. I guess it depends on other things, formats and stuff, as to how it will render, but yeah, it's a cool option anyway. Handy little pointer, I would say. So we're tucked in. We're both pretty warm despite the wind's best efforts to literally pull us off the mountain. Wow, no, that's yeah, it's crazy. It's really like proper gusty. It'll just, and then it'll quiet down, and then it'll come back again. Yeah, we're gonna get some rest, I guess. Maybe have a cup of tea. Actually, a cup of tea would be nice. And then we'll see how the night goes. I'll bring you guys back if there's any interesting developments or any pole snappages. I bought a pole repair sleeve for the tent, but only one. So worst case scenario, I can fix one broken pole. Touch wood, that won't happen. But yeah, if anything happens, I'll bring you guys along for the ride. We'll live it and see what's what. Otherwise, we'll get some rest and sleep and wake up fresh and hopefully have another amazing morning from what is an amazing view. I'll be able to show you in the light where we're pitched up and how it looks. I don't want to make this too long because I know inevitably it's easy to talk to the camera never-endingly, and then you got to edit yourself and think, why do I talk this much? There's so many other gear things I wanted to tell you guys. I'm such a gear junkie, and I've got some new kit that I've been using. This Thermarest sleeping bag I really like. It's got some awesome features. I think I mentioned it briefly at one point, but really cool. It's got a foot box extra down called the Toasis.
Isn't that name amazing?
It's
my favourite part about the sleeping bag is the Toasis.
It's pretty cool.
That's my one contribution to this section of the video, and I'm just going to go back and have a little mole in my sleeping bag.
Climb back in your hole.
My mole hole.
Yeah, loads of other photography kit. Got a new Lumix lens that we've been using as well. 8 to 18mm Lumix Leica Micro Four Thirds, which is just an awesome lens. Incredible images. Honestly incredible. I think Megan's going to get it out and show it quickly. What else? So many things. This new Joby Telepod, which is like a telescopic monopod kind of.
Really cold.
Oh yeah, that's the lens. It's quite a beast. So yeah, variable. So at 8, it's just super wide. I mean, it's not super wide, but it's wide. Actually, it's almost super wide. It's really wide for that kind of lens style. But the color representation on it and the image is, well, with these Leica lenses, you've got another Leica lens. You've got a 25mm prime lens. Incredible quality. I mean, they try and make you pay through your teeth for it, like Apple, but sometimes it's worth it, I guess, with certain things. What else? Oh god, there's so many things. I probably need to do like a gear breakdown. If anyone's interested, I'd be happy to. Even if you're not interested, I'll probably just do it anyway. not because I don't care if people are interested, just because that's something I enjoy doing, and I think that's one of the most important things, is to do these things that you enjoy. Make videos and take pictures of things that you actually enjoy and love, and then it'll probably come across as well that way. Oh, the wind's gone for a second.
That's nice.
Oh, it's back again. Alright, let's contemplate this cup of tea. And yeah, like I said, I've gone on way too long. Come back at you in a bit. Oh, morning. We survived the night. Got really windy. As you're going to see, obviously, earlier in the video, we got nailed with the wind, but it was fine. No pegs came out. Everything stayed as should be. A lot of flexing and moving, but that's what the tent's designed to do. So that's good. I'm pleased with this Terra Nova Southern Cross 2 in that respect. It's held up well overnight, so I'm really glad. Got the morning coffee going, which is super important. It's already 8:15. With these winter mornings, you kind of end up staying in later, especially when it's been windy in the night and then it calms in the morning. It's again another glorious day up here. It's about 2-3 degrees this morning, but it doesn't feel that cold, to be honest. The wind's dropped off a lot, which is always nice when you know you've got to get out and pack up. We've got sunrise happening just over here. You can probably see the edge of the light coming through. And yeah, it's another morning to drink our coffee, get ourselves together, pack everything away, and then head out into the Lake District for another day of wandering and sightseeing up on the mountains, and then another night of camping tonight. So yeah, first things on the agenda, finish coffee, enjoy sunset. Then I want to sort everything out, and obviously when you're, like we were last night, kind of jumping in the tent whilst it's really windy and kind of getting everything just out, it needs a bit of a sort and just a little bit of a tidy up. It's always good as well to kind of keep your gear as you want it to be, so you can get everything easily when you need it. Otherwise it becomes a right pain if you just sling everything everywhere. Alright, there's a little gust of wind coming, so I'm going to end it there and we'll catch up soon.
Teeth are clean.
Megan's brushed her teeth. I'll do mine in a minute.
Dirt now.
Yeah, we're packed up, pretty much. Wow, the sun's so warm, it's amazing. Once the wind goes, it's actually really warm out here. So yeah, bags packed over here. Everything's pretty much good to go. Tent's last thing, it's emptied, everything's out. Meg's got her stuff. Walking poles over there. And just the reason I hadn't taken the tent down yet is just wanted to show you guys. Obviously, first of all, we're getting everything out and just clearing out, but I just wanted to give you a little walk around of it and show you, because last night was pretty impressive actually. So talking about 60-mile-an-hour gusts, and it wasn't a perfect pitch. You might be able to see we were fitting it obviously at the end here between these rocks and these rocks, and so there was, and then towards the end here we're right here, and then it drops away. So it was a perfect little flat spot, but it obviously only gave enough room for literally the footprint of the tent, and obviously that also was an issue because you couldn't angle it perfectly, and getting the pegs in parts was difficult. But overall, despite the fact it wasn't a perfect pitch, it's done really, really well. So kind of give you that little tour. You can see there's one guy line out here. And that's the summit just up over there. It's about, I don't know, 8-9 minutes. So yeah, so far so good. I mean, if it can hold up to that comfortably, despite all the flexing, you know, like I said, that's what it should do. I need to sort my hair out. Then I'm impressed, really impressed at the moment. The only thing is with these side pieces, and I know people have said it before, it kind of feels like they should have a guy line in a way, because obviously it's big open sides, but
it wasn't that bad.
Terra Nova, yeah, have made
When we were in there, it was
a lot of
fine.
good tents. Yeah, once you're in there, it's fine actually. Obviously the sides do push in, but because there's so much room in each of the porches, it doesn't actually touch the inner. Or where it does, it was only really at the end here, and that was because the wind was literally coming at this angle, and I couldn't change the position of the tent, and it was too windy to really move anything around. And so obviously where it's catching it like a sail over here, it was pushing it. But even there, it was pushing it in, but it wasn't actually encroaching. Like, there was enough space easily inside. So yeah, I mean, thank God it wasn't raining as well. That'd be an interesting one. Wind like that and rain, to see what would happen with the condensation inside. But we have used it in the rain, right? Yeah, Cadr Idris.
Did it rain?
Yeah, it did.
Oh,
yeah.
it rained a little bit, but then it dried up.
Yeah. It rained. It rained quite a bit actually, because we had to wear train jackets like a whole day. Yeah. Okay.
But we packed it down relatively dry, didn't we?
Yeah. It dried off quite a bit. It was still a bit wet, but it wasn't too bad. The wind dried it out. Anyway, enough boring talk about whatever. I just wanted to do that. Show you guys the tent. Show you this awesome pitch we're in. And yeah, let's get my teeth brushed for starters. Let's do that, and then we'll figure life out after that.